Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. Our topic is all about patterns in algebra. But I am going to discuss about patterns. Do you have any idea about patterns? Okay. I think some of you here have an idea about patterns. What is patterns? Patterns is a set of numbers or objects arranged on a sequence such that they are related to each other in a specific rule. Patterns is a sequence of a certain order. And also patterns are created when figure, shapes, objects, etc. are arranged in a particular order and repeated over and over again. There are two types of pattern, which is the repeating patterns and the growing patterns. But this time I am going to discuss only one because the other one will be discussed with my co-reporter. This one is the repeating patterns. Repeating patterns have a set of items, usually numbers or shapes, that repeat over and over. In repeating patterns, it may be people patterns, patterns involving actions, patterns with sounds, object patterns, and color patterns. Here, in people patterns, for example, a boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. So as you can see here, the boy and girl are repeated. So this is what we call repeating patterns. Second, the patterns involving actions. Jump, jump, hop, jump, jump, hop, jump, jump, hop. So it is repeated also rather. The third one is the patterns with sounds, which is the snap, clap, clap, snap, clap, clap, snap. So, clapping our hands, and snapping our fingers is not a pattern. We can call it pattern if the sequence is repeated. So, another example of this is that stamp, clap, delay, delay, clap, clap, heart, heart, clap, delay, delay. That's another example of patterns with sounds. I think you are familiar with that clappings. The next is the object patterns. As you can see here, there is a oblong, triangle, oblong, triangle. This is another example of patterns, repeating patterns. The square, heart, and the circle. I'm so sorry for the interruption. So the third one is the circled, pentagon, circle and pentagon. These are the examples of object patterns. The last is color patterns. For example, red, green, red, green, red, green. Second one is blue, orange, blue, orange, blue, orange. The third one, red, red, blue, blue, red, red. So these are all repeating patterns. The next patterns will be discussed by my partner. Thank you.
Good morning. As what Faina said earlier, pattern describes repeating images or objects. Now, let's proceed. What is growing pattern? Growing pattern in which one or more objects, elements of the sequence or arrangement increases. If the number or object increases, then it is a growing pattern. This shows a growing pattern. One dot, it becomes 3 dots, then 6, and then 10, and then 15. So the number increases. Then it is a growing pattern. Let's complete the pattern. 1-day-old apple tree has 3 apples. 2-days-old apple tree has 6 apples. 3-days-old apple tree has 9 apples. What do you think will a 4-days-old apple tree will have? Well, how many apples? Okay, the apple tree will have 12 fruits. What's the pattern? Okay, you just need to skip by 3. 3, 6, 9, and 12. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 6 plus 3 equals 9. 9 plus 3 equals 12. Okay, let's have another example. Cherise was also tasked to arrange the set of hearts in a box. How many hearts should there be on the 6th box? So these are the boxes. So the first box has 2 hearts, and the second box has 3 hearts, and the third box has 4 hearts, and the fourth box has 5 hearts, and the fifth box has 6 hearts. What do you think will be the next number? How many hearts should there be on the 6th box? Okay, there should be 7 hearts on the 6th box. It is easy, right? Because you just need to count the number. What we did is also known as skip counting technique. Do you know what is skip counting technique? Have you played Chinese garter before? When I was young, together with my friends, we played that we do skip counting technique, just like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Skip counting technique. Skip counting is a method of counting numbers by adding a number every time to the previous number. Example, skip counting by 2. We get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 2 equals 6. 6 plus 2 equals 8. 8 plus 2 equals 10. 10 plus 2 equals 12, and so on. Am I clear? Okay, let's move on. Even and odd number patterns. Even numbers that can be divided by evenly by 2, or all numbers that are divisible by 2 are even numbers. For example, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So these numbers are even numbers. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. Even numbers can be shown like this: 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Always remember that 0 is an even number. So next is odd number. Odd numbers are numbers that cannot be divided evenly by 2. All numbers that are not divisible by 2 are odd numbers. Odd numbers can be shown like this: 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. For example, we have 3 kids here. If I split them into groups of 2, there is 1 kid who is left alone. Same lang din yan sa relationship nyo. Kapag hindi pa kayo break, ibig sabihin even number ka. Pero kapag hiwalay na kayo, magiging odd number ka. I have here another example. Let's begin with 1. The kid here is alone with no friends. So 1 is an odd number. Another kid joins him. Now we have 2 kids. They have formed a group of 2 with no one left alone. So 2 is an even number. Let's look at next number, that is 3. Again, we have here an example. This chicken, if we split this chicken into group of 2, then this chicken is left alone. So 3 is an odd number. If we add 1 chicken, then it becomes 4. Now, it is an even number. Do you understand? I have an example. Determine whether a group contains an even or odd number by pairing the group objects. So look at these unifix cubes. We have a pair of unifix cubes. Each group has two cubes. The number 2 is an even because the cubes have a partner. Let's add another pair of cubes. Now we have 4 cubes. 4 is also an even number because each cube has a partner. This time, let's add 3 pairs of cubes. We can count by 2 to say how many unifix cubes we have altogether. Okay, let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. There are 10 unifix cubes because each cube has a partner. The number 10 is called an even number. So we have here another set of pattern. Here we have 4 unifix cubes that are paired together. If we add only one cube, we will have 5 cubes altogether. Because 1 more than 4 is 5. Is the number 5 even or odd number? Remember, a number is even if it has a partner. Here, there is one cube without a partner. The number 5 is an odd number. All odd numbers have leftovers. Kung may jowa ka man ngayon, then isa sa inyo ay may sabit, matatawag kayong odd numbers. Pero kapag loyal kayo sa isa't isa, then kayo ay even numbers. Easy, right? So that's all. Thank you for listening.